It must be. It must be that Bosch system, brother.
Oh, my wife keeps it cranked down.
Must not be too bad if it can handle it. Oh, there it is. Nights.
What is up, everybody?
Y'all don't get to hear Jake.
They do if they listen to the audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, any of those major platforms. All the extra sounds that these guys make during the music part gets posted on that.
Yeah,
so make sure you go
that's
check
behind
that
the scenes, man. Yeah, at least the first 30
scenes.
seconds and the last 30 seconds. Right?
Yeah. Now, if they say anything a little too bad, I try to cut that out though. But for the most part, you'll get to hear that.
I'm a former drummer and I'm showing off my skills.
That's right. That's right.
The Chuck Norris of HVAC. What can't this guy do?
Oh, before
apparently EXV at 100 degrees.
I don't know if Sam is in here or not. Sorry. Just wanted to, because they always ask about the crowns. I don't know if you guys can see that there's like these purple crowns, and those are like for top commenters or something like that. And I have no control over any of that stuff. I don't know why this channel has them. It's just like
Sam wants them.
Sam was asking what, like for 2 or 3 weeks straight, what the hell are these crowns? Somebody explain them to me. I was like, Sam, I don't even know.
Pay for them.
It's like a leaderboard. It has something to do with like how much you
comments the most
or comment or any of that. So just keep spamming the chat, keep liking the videos, and maybe you'll get one.
Straight up. Yeah, I gotta see. Matter of fact, because I can't even.
Because I don't see them here either. Like I have to go, because I was like, what the hell is everybody talking about? I have to go to my phone and look it up. And it's weird because only this channel, because I run several channels, only this one has it. My other ones don't have it. So I don't know why they come out here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe it's a live thing.
I just tried to comment to see if I can crowns.
Well, keep commenting, Kurt. You'll get one.
I got to give me some crowns.
Also wanted to mention, I'm wearing, we got some new merch. Everything is fine. A12, different kinds of stuff, HVAC night stuff. Also, I just went and picked up these bad boys.
What?
HVAC night hats.
He's got all the exclusives, bro. What the fuck? Kurt, you get one of them?
They're not on the store yet. I also got one from my podcast, and then the one that everybody try to hijack on the AHR floor. Everybody like wanted to buy them. I was like, dude, guys, I only have like 3 to give away. I did not plan to sell these. Maybe next time. But yeah, go check out the store. Stay updated with all that stuff. What is that? Oh, yeah.
Really?
The click.
Really? Kurt, handle my business,
really,
bro.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kurt don't know.
I mean, he was around. He was probably watching it. I mean,
he said he didn't watch
Scott Hall.
He said he didn't watch voluntarily.
Yeah, it's okay.
Wrestling. See?
Not that Greek Roman style wrestling that you like to do on the weekends, but that real wrestling. If y'all get the reference, leave a comment, chat. Yeah, that's. Do you guys know what movie that was on? That Greek Roman style wrestling. Oh man. Okay, I'm done.
Nope, went right over my head.
Yeah. So how's everybody?
With Riley.
Oh,
hey.
Riley, like
Riley was literally. Sorry.
The other day I was doing some push-ups and he thought it was time to play. And he jumped on me.
Is he?
He came at you like this.
Isn't he like? Is he taller than you if he stands?
No, he's not that big.
Okay. I've seen some.
He's not a
He was
great
balls
Dane.
deep in that. He was digging that hole the other day. Boy, I seen that one you posted.
I leave the hole for him. If he'll just dig that one hole and don't dig nowhere else, I'll leave it.
All right. He knows now.
There is a lot of rain that just started up, so we'll see. But I got the generators running. The power stations are good.
All right. Let's go. So you plug all that stuff in right before the show?
Well, the A Ferry, I don't know what it's called. The A Ferry one has a setting on it where if you plug them in and then plug it to an outlet, it bypasses the battery unless the power shuts off. And it's like a 10 millisecond response time for it to switch over.
Whoa, that is nice.
Video coming out next week, but yeah. So I just have that in here for this situation, right? Like I need my office to run when I do this show or when I do my other podcast. So I don't want to take any chances anymore.
No more chance. That's true. He's got a point, Kurt.
It happens every time. The last time I had one of the power stations on my Wi-Fi, so that would have gone to shit too if I didn't have it set up. But how is it where you're at, Kurt? I hear it's hot.
It's very hot.
What is it, like 100?
We've been flirting with 100 last 3 days, and it stormed last night. So today it wasn't just hot; it was really humid. So it was miserable. Oh man,
that's normal for.
You try 95 degrees when you got 80% humidity. That sucks.
You're preaching to the choir over here with Jake from Florida. I deal with it pretty often as well. 70-80%.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what it was. Our storms.
You walk outside and you just sweat buckets just from taking a foot out the door.
This ain't how life's supposed to be.
No, but we've had a bunch of rain. Yeah. We had storms all week. Last week, I believe, too. Yeah, and pretty bad.
Yeah, we've been heavy on the storm. You know, the daily storms here. It whatchamacallit, 75 right now %. So, you know, I'm just not bad.
I'm just glad that lightning doesn't strike twice.
Did you post that anywhere? Did you show people?
No, I didn't post it. Lightning. So we've had a lot of storms. I was actually recording a video that day, but I was out of town. It was like an hour away. And of course it got cloudy after I finished. That always happens. It's always like, you know, so hot, so sunny. And then the minute I get off the roof, it gets cloudy. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I heard thunder. It started raining really bad on my drive back. And I just felt like the lightning strikes. You could see a bunch of them. Like it was getting bigger and bigger. I'm driving towards these things, right? Right before I got home, my girlfriend and our daughter was like scared. Mentioned that they heard something really loud and the tree in the front was struck by lightning, basically. So that thing is like split down the middle. We're still trying to clean that up. And I was like, oh, funny. I literally felt like I was driving to the lightning, and sure enough, it did hit a tree at our house. So luckily not the house, not a tree next to the house, but it was, you know, pretty close. I've never had that happen, so.
It was something fierce, dude, that picture.
Oh, yeah.
When I commented, I didn't get a crown.
You're still waiting on that crown?
You got to comment more.
No, it's got like a little wrench next to my name, so I don't get a crown.
Yeah, that tree is
there. It is.
Up. It's like split down the middle.
Yeah, boy. Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty bad storm last night. A lot of lightning, heavy wind. It was pretty rough. Trees down in one of the calls I went to today.
That area, That area up there where you're at has been going through it because they had those storms, and then aren't you all getting like a heat wave or somewhere in that area?
Finally, but yeah.
But no, I know, but it's not just summer. It's like like a legit heat wave.
Yeah, it is. I mean, anything above 95 degrees here,
Heat
it's
wave.
just slaughtering, honey. We can't handle anything above 95 degrees. People just start falling out. And apparently, they can't handle above 95 degrees and they can't handle snow. So that's
Oh
what it
yeah,
is
or
here.
ice. Yeah, we've dealt with that before. Jake, did you get busy too, or you got the same weather
I
I
mean, I
got?
wouldn't. Yeah, no, it's just been consistent. I mean, we haven't, honest to goodness, again, haven't been that busy, bro. So what I've been doing is checking in on the like the call volumes and checking over the analytics for the past couple years, and just trying to gauge the direction of the business. You know what I mean? Not as busy
Well,
as I would anticipate with how hot it is, honestly.
Hmm.
I felt the same
So
thing. This year has been a little bit different. It's been a little bit off. I complained about it not getting really hot for like 5 or 6 weeks because this time last year, excuse me, the previous 6 weeks, that time last year, we were rolling. I'm talking
hmm
2, 3 change out a week and busy all day long. And it didn't happen this year. And it wasn't just me. Everybody in the industry around here, I saw technicians riding around to a van. And I don't know if it's just the weather or the economics are playing into it, but it was a slow start this summer.
hmm
I feel like HVAC is inevitable. Like you're gonna get business, but I do wonder this year with all the prices, all the crap that's been going on with the A2Ls and everything, like how it's gonna affect it going forward.
Yeah. It's been a strange one, man. Like it's been hot here. Like I see people out there running. I mean, supply houses. I mean, I've talked to them. Some have said they're a little bit slower than normal too, but with the temp, like I don't know, maybe more people are just fixing their own shit. And I don't know. Like I went from 75 calls at this point, like 2 years ago, to I think I'm at like 40. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of volume, bro. You
That's a big
know,
Hmm.
chunk, yeah.
and just trying to figure out, what the difference is and why that's happened and why the phones aren't ringing. And, we're just doing all the right things. And every time we get an opportunity, it's great, but,
Go out and beat the
it's
bushes.
that's all we can do. Fortunately, we got some
Keep
things
hustling.
coming up that are, yeah, man. I'm trying.
Dude, same thing happens to me. Even though you get established, you got to constantly keep adding new customers because whether you know it or not, some of them are falling off.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. I know they are.
They do.
I was
I
talking to
mean, they
another
might call
guy,
somebody else.
and
You never know it.
yeah, and with the obvious, the biggest thing I took away was 2 years ago. Obviously, we were a different company, and then the following year we were busier, right? And this year, but I'm down about 20 calls at this point from last year. Yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
okay, because I was
and
yeah,
my ratio was,
it wasn't the brand change initially.
yeah, so you gotta think there's 20 calls, right? From a business standpoint, I was getting I think it was like it was either every 9 or every 10 service calls turned into it was a change out. So I mean, at that ratio, I've lost 2 change outs. You know what I mean? Which is enough to sustain the business for you know payroll at least or whatever overhead. It's pretty big chunk.
Oh man,
But
that just how long have you been with this particular company? Are you there?
We are here.
No, Jake. Look at Jake.
He's looking at you.
I don't see anything. Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't see anything. Oh man, I was gonna ask him like, because we've had those, and I'm sure you've had them too, like those ups and downs, right? And that's why I know you were saying you got it. His power went out. See, who didn't have the power station ready?
There's the liquor in the bowl, living numb in Jake, my soul.
We hear you, but we can't see you.
Keep singing, brother.
Oh, anyway, because you had mentioned the keep hustling, right? Like we've had those, but we've had them where we can't make payroll and we've had to let guys go, or I've been the one, unfortunately, that has to take the pay cut. Like I don't get checks sometimes, but that was like early on when we were still trying to get our footing and stuff. And then you do really well and then you do bad again. And then you're trying to figure out like what works and what doesn't. And, I mean, that's why I was asking. I don't know how long that company has. I know they've been around. There he is. I know the previous company you guys had was around, but like, I don't know how long you guys have been around.
Well, it's true.
So, can you hear me?
Kind of.
All right. So the business was around for 35 years, right? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So business was around 35 years. We acquired the business right after the dude passed away. So like I've been with the changeover from the start.
Yeah, but were you with them before?
And then we ran it as Nah. Okay. No, nobody that's with us. It's like me, Q, George. Nobody was there.
Okay.
And so, but we ran it as that business for 2 years in the same market, kept the same clientele, all that good stuff. And we did the rebrand, higher call volume. Did I freeze again?
You're on the fence right there. We can still see you. He might be going out again.
All right. It was all power. The internet coming in.
What was I going to say?
You sound like you're on Verizon. Yeah, I got a bone to pick with Verizon.
You're on Verizon, Kurt.
There he is.
Not no more. No, I'm not.
No, you quit.
I dropped them.
Cut ties.
I dropped them.
Damn. Yeah, what'd you go to?
I put my two devices on my iPad and my phone on AT&T, and I'm trying them out. And if everything works out fine, I'm gonna move everything over off of Verizon.
I do have Verizon now.
I just got tired of being in the middle of town and having one bar and not being able to do anything.
Yeah, no, that's MC8184 makes a good point though. That's where my statistics trend as well. You know, within the last 3 years, it's been on a decline, and I don't know if it's with people just getting more comfortable fixing their own shit or what. You know what I mean? But then I see so many people that are busy and doing just fine.
Yeah, the jack legs are real busy.
Yeah, somebody comment on one of my videos, call me a jack leg. I was like, yeah, jack leg Kraus, brother, don't forget it. I was like, signed, sealed, and delivered. I was like, with that dumb fuck. He's like, oh, I can't believe he did that. Did he really do? I'm like, I said, it's right in the fucking video. Of course I did it. You know what I mean? Oh, some people. I love when people comment and they're like, did he? I'm like, yeah, he in quotations, like, I'm right here, bro. Like, you know, it's not some figment. I'm a person, so it's like, it's funny. AOL. Shout out Jason, dog. That's the real homie. I was like, if I got in a pinch on that chiller job, bro, that we got, I was like, that's what I'm gonna hit up. Nah, we lost power. We had a quick storm surge came
now
through.
I'm just gonna keep bringing up all the comments.
You need one of them
Fuck you, Adrian.
power stations, man.
If they were paying me, I'd take one. But y'all are just a bunch of shills and sellouts. Oh shit! I do. I'm gonna reach back out to them and the Blue Eddy one as well. Screw it.
Sometimes
I don't have no need to make a video on it though.
But no. I just tell them if I can integrate it into a video, I'll do that. And it's easy. It's easy to commercialize the shorts. Give them a short and show them running your recovery machine off your.
That's
the easiest thing to do. Yeah.
They always ask for dedicated though. I just ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying?
I had one like bitch at me about that. I was like, that's not what I'm offering, right? But I don't know. Yeah, I've had those that are stubborn about, what they prefer, and I'm like, you're not paying.
Well, dude, I got somebody now wanting to send me an infrared camera like I need one.
What the fuck was that?
That was not me.
Oh, that was just my neighbor.
Was it?
No.
Oh.
We heard that. I just don't know where it came from.
It must have been one of my kids.
No, my wife's in there watching The Last of the
What's she doing?
And that's what she heard. Some Indian must have got killed or something. I don't know.
Yo. So you got this one coming out, Kurt? What happened?
I forgot. I got thinking about that screen and I forgot what.
That shit was so random. You were saying some companies reached out to you. They got something goofy going on.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's my internet, and I got a stupid face.
A thermal camera, and they're wanting to pay me my asking price for a dedicated video, but I don't want to do a thermal camera.
Ask me why I have like 5 thermal camera videos. Because they paid for it.
I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, they're offering to pay me exactly what I'm asking, $1,500 for an 8-minute video and a short. But I don't want the thermal camera. I don't want to do a thermal camera.
See, I took those because I gave them to our guys.
Double the fucking price, bro.
You give them that screw off price.
I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's worth it. Yeah. Rhodes on call right now, listening to the podcast. Out there grinding.
That dude's a real one right there. He's a hustler.
Now there's a whole battle going on in the background. Do y'all hear that?
Yeah, we hear
kind of.
We hear
I also hear thunder on my end over here.
Oh,
and a thunder rolls, and a lightning strikes.
Which one is the best? I tend to stick to the Hick Micro just because it's more of a name.
You're the one he purchased.
But, no, I purchased the Klein one. I hate that one.
Oh man.
What? No, I bought the old one, like the little square one, micro USB rechargeable. It is slow as shit compared to even these cheap ones that I get now. Like it calibrates all the time. It doesn't keep up, and it looks like shit. And then you got like
what
HSF tools. I think that's the one that even Rick was doing too. Which I don't know if he got anything, but
I doubt it. But Rick was like, I told them to give me every fucking one in the bag, and they gave it to me to give to you guys.
I don't want to get in trouble, man. But those are pretty nice too. I have those that were sent out to me. Those were paid for, and I thought they were much better. I just don't like the Klein one, and I purchased the Klein one.
Yeah, I got the
You don't like
the
the Klein
Top
one?
Don.
Well, the Klein one could have some improvements instead of all that recalculating, and
That's
if you
exactly what I
could,
was saying. Yeah, it's slow as shit, and it's always calibrating, and the picture's not as
well, if
good.
it could, it would be better if it had more detail.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, but
It's a,
Klein is
it's a
Klein.
little bit pixelated.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The camera, the quality is not great, and it calibrates way too much. So I don't even use it. I use the cheaper ones that are sent out to me because they work a little bit better. And I personally
Yeah,
stick
but
to the Hick micro ones. Yeah, it's a good
the
size.
Uh,
Klein one is so small though you can fit it in your bag. But Jake couldn't fit it in his bag because his bag's about this big.
you know what, you son of a bit. I actually have a thermal imager in there. It's the one that plugs into your phone.
I was
Jokes on you,
about
Kurt.
I was about to say, have you seen the world's tiniest thermal imager? I have a couple of them too.
Well, let me ask you this: if you find a leaking Schrader valve on the job, do you have to go back to your truck to get your Schrader core removal tool?
No. I mean, I have one in my
It's
bag.
not. It
Did you
can't fit
not
in your
watch it?
bag.
Kurt, it's got so much room you have no idea, bro. Literally everything in that little pouch, there you don't need anything more than that to go diagnose a system and make I could change a blower motor with that bag. I can change a damn a condenser fan motor with that bag.
Dude, I don't even need a bag to go diagnose. I just put my hands on it and I know what's going on.
Oh man, that's the HVAC
I
god
got
right
some
there,
customers.
brother.
I got some customers who swear all I got to do is go put my hands on it and it's fixed.
Mike got one of
Yeah,
those imagers from Rick.
yeah, he demanded that for you, so you're welcome. Obviously, I mean, I love Rick. He's cool.
We're cool with Rick. We're not. There's no beef. It was good seeing him at AHR too. I know y'all got to catch up quite a bit over there.
Yeah,
Giving
no,
each other
they're
shit.
awesome. Yeah. No, it's funny because he thought he was all butthurt about that. What was that brand Inficon? He was all
Well,
mad,
we found out who
and
told.
yeah, he's the one who he dry snitched, and he was texting me, but I had my old number, and he was like, "Oh, he's really mad at me," because he was like, "Is this not you?" I was like, "Nah, bro." I gave him my new number. I was like, it was funny. He was like, "You're not responding."
See, Klein has two new ones, right? They have the one that goes into the phone, like the little pocket one, and then they
That's what I
have,
have in my little bag, by the way.
and they have, I think, another one that looks like kind of like a smartphone, right? It's like a little bit wider. Because I have the old
Okay.
square one. I don't know if that one's any better. I'm just saying I have the old square one. Micro USB also annoys the shit out of me, and they just need to update their stuff.
Kurt, do you keep a thermal imager in your bag, Kurt?
Yep.
Oh,
I've never
that
seen
Klein
it.
one.
That's because I never use it.
So what the hell you got in your bag for?
To weigh
Because it's big enough.
to weigh it down.
I mean, you just carry an extra weight for nothing.
Hey,
When you could
it's
just have
exercise.
it's exercise.
So I was actually going to bring up the MPMX later on in the show because I was going to say, I've actually have started using it because of Jake, and I've been using it every day now.
Great bag. Yeah.
Dude, it don't even have a handle on it. How can you call it a bag? It's a pouch.
Well, okay. That's all you need, man. I put that joint right on my belt and I walk and I got a hand for fun activities over here and a hand to shake hands over here. And I got my tool bag on. So, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, Kurt's over here with his suitcase.
Hey, that is the Tech Pack MCTP.
That's a good bag. That's a good bag. I mean, well, technically, I mean, I take about 6 tools, so I ain't far from dead. You
Ted
know,
Cook takes
but
probably
I got,
a multimeter, an
but
all-in-one,
my
and a
hands
wire
are free
stripper.
because I put that pouch right on that hip, baby, and I'm good to go. I mean, I could probably run sprints with that thing, dude. So if a dog came at me, guess what? Gone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Kurt's like,
So yeah, the I started using it, and I've been reaching for that one. My SPMC and I love the SPMC little tool
yeah,
bag, and I haven't used it much now that I'm using the pouch.
what I
And
ended up getting because
I have those broken, sketchy ass JB probes in that uh MPMX. I'm gonna ride them till they break.
they ain't
till
far
they
off,
start
man.
doing.
Let me put it to you this way. I had a couple of messages, and I just got one right now that their JB probe stopped working completely. And I was like, we'll see
Who
when.
was this?
I'm not saying any names. We'll talk about it later.
Is it
But
who? Is it who I think it is? Is it who I think it
probably,
is?
probably.
Unbelievable. Got to get rid of those things, dude. But I
Well,
bought.
everybody that has them, they show them, and they're all broken. I've gotten so many emails about that, and I'm like, yeah, mine broke too, like, or cracked.
Damn.
Lovely.
Yeah, it sucks. I'll show you my little setup that
Somebody,
I set up in the van.
but somebody, it wasn't on mine. It was on somebody else's video. Commented, JB is aware of this, and they are working on a upgraded version. I was like, I've heard that
Oh,
before.
that fan. Yeah, and here's $1,000. Do I get my money back? You know what I mean?
Well,
It's like,
everybody
what
goes
do
through
what,
growing pain, but man, it seems like they could have done a better job on the first try.
for sure.
I mean, even the first test had water pouring in them when they rained. I'm just saying, just look at somebody else's and try to copy what they're doing instead of come up with something that's made out of cheap plastic.
Feels like a toy.
Yeah.
Tell them, Kurt. Tell them how you really feel, bro. But tell them how much you love that pump. Tell us about that
Oh,
pump,
they do
Kurt.
make
Oh, but
You're
they do make good vacuum pumps.
that's a.
I'll give them that.
You posted a video of that the other. Yeah, you had freaking 3 vacuum pumps going at one time.
I did. I had the Milwaukee and the JB hooked up at one time.
Yeah, boy, my man was rolling. Did that grease system with that flare issue? Did you do a follow up on that, or was that just in text communication?
I did have to go back to that one the next day because the drain was clogged.
Oh, that's right.
I
You said
thought
you
I
got a maintenance plan.
you
That's
remember
right.
you remember I cleared it in the video, but apparently I didn't clear it very well. And then when I went back the next day and it was the float switch had water in it, I realized it didn't have a P trap. So I went through and redid the drain and put a P trap outside and waited for it to drain, and I hadn't had to go back.
Nice, man. Yeah,
you know,
I went to. Good.
no, go. I'm going off another topic.
I went on a bunch of systems, just doing the maintenance at the storage facility, and we're going like once a week. Well, I'm going through, and they're all air handlers, suspended between the storage units. None of them had drain pans, secondary drain pans, and none of them had traps. I'm like, huh. And you can hear like them
Oh,
just like the gurgling in the
yes.
pump, like, and then when they shut off, it just floods the pump. I'm like, how did this like nothing's happened?
Okay, I
You
was
know what I
actually gonna
mean?
bring up the same thing because I I deal with a lot of weird shit out in the field, right? And then like I put it
Mm.
online for everybody to watch, and then they call me out. I'm like, I wasn't the one that freaking installed this shit.
You
So
idiot! Look at what you did.
yeah, so like I kid you not, there are, and I think even with the other, because we have a couple of big accounts, right? So like 20 stores, I can't justify going around and kind of doing everything for every unit. They're gonna have to call it in, or I have to get approval or whatever, and I don't have time to go to 20 stores that have like 3 units each and deal with like all this shit. A lot of them do not have any P traps whatsoever. Right? These are RTUs on the rooftop, and then they call me every now and then, and it's like it's raining inside. There's a flood in here, this and that. I go up there and the freaking thing doesn't have a P trap. So I fix it. I fix the one that I'm called for. I try to get maybe the next one done if I can or whatever, but like once that ticket gets too high, I can't do anything about it. And I tell them all the time, like, every location has this issue. And I've even shown them that they're mostly backed up. That's why a lot of units here, all the bottom of the RTUs are rusted because that shit is just constantly backed up
into the unit. Yeah.
They don't call us until it actually goes in the building, down the duct, in the kitchen, or wherever it's leaking. But none of these things have P traps, and I don't know how that gets
by.
Passed. Yeah.
I was doing a rooftop.
And then they tell them, but real quick, and then they tell me like, "Why aren't you there? You're already there. Fix it." I'm like, "Fuck that! I need a call for it. I need to get paid for it."
No, I was getting ready to say like something similar. I was on a rooftop job. Go out there. I mean, granted, it was 69 in the building. They weren't saying they were, but I go up there, find some things that are wrong with it and why it's not operating. But I wrote in there to do a maintenance because that includes the belts and the filters. Well, and the filters were atrocious, bro. So I completely removed them so the system would cool. And they declined to do the maintenance and just did the repairs. I'm like, this isn't gonna. And one of the issues was it was leaking. You know what I mean? And so it's all backed up, one in the drain, and it just kind of boggled my mind that they went instead of just doing them both.
No, I deal with that a lot. So they're like, "No, just do this and don't do that."
I had a rooftop one time that was leaking under the condenser. It had rusted through and it was leaking. When it would rain, it would pour inside the store.
Oh my gosh.
They called me out there because the roofer said it was the air conditioner, and the air conditioning people were saying it was the roof. So they wanted me to go out and look at it, and it was draining fine, so I knew it wasn't the air conditioner. And the roofers were out there with me, and they were swearing, "Look, it ain't the roof." So I got looking around, and I saw this little hole underneath the condenser fan motor. And I told them, we can try to do something like build something on top of the condenser fan motors to deflect the air and also stop the water. But you need to start thinking about replacing this thing. I come back out like a week later. I'm just driving by, and somebody has put one of these carport with these tarp carport things.
No, they didn't. Over top of it.
Oh my God.
Oh, that'll stop it for sure. Oh my God, that's the one, man. You gotta take a video of that shit. Like, you can't make this shit up. Oh my gosh.
If it wasn't for me, they'd still have water pouring in their restaurant. I wanted to try to fix it, is what I did, the cheap way.
Yeah. What if you took like a little piece of sheet metal and like caulked it down into the hole, or was it a large hole?
It about the size of a baseball.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what I had to do the other day? It was on that rooftop is one of the motor mounts, like the screws on the bracket was missing. So I went and got me some all thread and jerry rigged it up to make it work. Something like you said you wanted to fix. I was like, well, this is what I got to do, I guess. I could have gone and got a bolt or something, but got some all thread and all that good stuff and seated it back down.
Dude, the things we have to do. I remember one time I was working on a train air handler. It's one of these apartment style air handlers. It was already like 30 years old. And the blower housing had broken apart. And so I was like, I need to order a new blower housing. And I called Train and they said there's none available. I'm like, replacing this thing ain't an option. So I took little metal strap, cut me pieces like this, and I bent it over all the
No, you
angles, and I
didn't.
screwed it down,
You
and then I taped it up.
Yeah,
I
Bro,
basically
I
rigged it up.
I did something similar to that on a mini split blower wheel. I don't know. The customer was trying to. They put something in the blower wheel as it was running and broke it, right? So I just took the pieces. I got some glue. I had one of them Ryobi hot glue guns, the cordless ones. Glued the little pieces and I threw tape around, duct tape. It worked for like 3 days and it just like sheared off again. But I was like, yeah, we'll get you a whole new one. And then we ordered the new one and it was the wrong size. So I was like, God dang. So what I ended up doing is we just ended up replacing the whole thing. But yeah, sometimes, yeah, you just got to do some janky shit, bro.
there's one guy. Do you guys know Frankie loves HVAC? I think that's what his Instagram handle is.
If I've seen it, probably, yeah.
He's in Florida.
Okay, yeah, probably.
This guy works so much. He does like residential and commercial, like even heavier commercial than I do. And I swear this guy has like seen it all. The one that I always remember is he goes up to like a residential one, and the condenser fan like it's rusted out on the grill, like on that round part where it mounts to where the motor mounts on, right? And if it falls in, it's rusted out. So he uses like a paint can lid and puts it back together, and he's able to mount the motor back up. And he has a lot of little tips and tricks. Like I've talked to him several times, and he has like these really clutch tips because he's seen so much shit. He works on a lot of sketchy stuff too.
So he's the Kurt of Florida.
Basically.
The question is, does he have smoke detectors going off?
If he's working on rental property, he does.
That's funny. Man, that was a great show, guys.
You trying to get out of here?
I'm hungry. Yeah, no, we still got time, but yeah, no, man, that was it is. I don't see as much stuff as that. Like you always see the ones that pop up. And I'm like, man, I never came across some crazy shit that like y'all ever come like. Can't believe this happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just normal stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I used to see a lot of shit. I don't see that much anymore.
I've noticed down there, y'all use a lot of duckboard and flags.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. I mean, that's all we can do, though. I mean, realistically, a lot of the times, I mean, if that shit ain't sealed right, which most of the time it's not, I mean, it's just gonna rust out all the humidity, and I would prefer to do metal. Trust me.
I don't know what's up with people installing around here because, like, one of the units I worked on, I always tell my guys, and it's a thing now to check all the duct. Because like I found one that was like and it's all duct board and flex duct, just spidered everywhere. That's how it works here. And I found one of the flex ducts just hanging out in the attic. I was like, there's no vent to even like connect it to there. We're gonna have to like make one or like install one. And I'm like, I don't know how this has been working for this long. I mean, they're complaining that that's a what?
That's the technician's vent.
I bet.
Bro, straight up.
Yeah, you
got. That's the best part about doing redux, bro. Yeah, we'll fucking pop one off and run that bitch all day. I don't care. That's the last one that's coming off. Oh man.
But they I don't know, it was just laying up there, and then a lot of the flex duct, because I don't install that stuff. I don't do duct work. I just fix it if I see it not done right. And none of it's like, there's no mastic on any of it either. Like people are like, oh, because I posted pictures like of this stuff just falling apart, and they're like, they didn't even use mastic. I was like, I don't know, I didn't install it, so I just put it back together. And like I don't have mastic on my van normally, so I was like, just put it back together.
I am the worst, like, duck board flex guy here. Like, I hate it because, like, you got to use the fab tape. You got to do the fucking red letter tape. You got to mastic. And I'm like, no. And so I just glob that bitch on there if it's on a collar, bro. And I make sure that shit, I pookie the hell out of it. But like, Q shit, like, if you ever watch some of our stuff, like when we paint, he does the tape lines, all that good. I mean, I've done it too, but he makes it real smooth. I'm like, if I'm doing a duck out, you ain't seeing this shit in the attic. Huh?
You can tell Adrian ain't doing residential duct work because he called it mastic.
No, last time I called it.
Yeah, we don't use proper terms here.
We had this argument last time.
Yeah, remember when they came out, man, years ago. The Pookie Busters, bro. Did you guys ever get those? The nut drivers
I have the Malco ones.
Yeah, man. Like, this was like before it was so common. Like, man, that was literally because we go up on like a rooftop and they would pookie the screws on the metal and all that. And you're like, you son of a bitch. You know what I mean? You couldn't get that crap off. Ask them how those probes are doing.
If you force your nut driver on it, your impact on it, it ruins the bit and you can't get the next screw.
Yeah, dude, right? Yeah, you're like, well, that was it. It was a one shot.
Well, I don't deal with that particular problem, but I do deal with the spray foam on the roofs, and they just like let it rip. They cover. I've shown
the whole
disconnects. Yeah, there's disconnects on the side of the walk-in boxes that are just like covered, and they're trying to cut it off with a knife and trying to get it open, and they spray it all over the unit too. And like I have to, if I do a change out or anything, I got to get to the screws. So that's why I bought the Malco version. They're called something else, like C-Rex or something tooth.
Oh yeah, they are. They're so like the TRX or something. Yeah.
So I have the Malco versions of them. They work great for getting through the foam and all that stuff that I deal with. But I don't typically see a lot of. I don't even think I see a lot of mastic because it's all, like I said, people are like, where is the mastic on that duct? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't do it. I just know that it fell apart.
Well, you need to figure it out. You need to find that.
No, like mastic. if we go fix it, yeah, I'll go buy the materials and then do it. And then I'm like screw it. I just like put a whole ton of it on there.
Straight up, bro. I'm like, you know what? I'm already deep. I take a big old scoop on that brush and I just go, I Picasso that shit, bro. And just let it ride.
I do the same thing. If I have to seal a return and I'm doing it with mastic, like I might put up my foam board or something, and then I get a whole bucket of mastic and I just seal it all up.
Yeah. Oh,
I had seen a guy, I don't remember who it was, and he messed up his cuts or something on a rooftop. He's like, you know what? Nobody's gonna see this, right? He's like, just use a shit ton of mastic, solved.
Yeah. Dude, it's a fact. You're like, this will harden. This will harden.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
I made a video was probably been about 4 years ago where I found a plenum that was partially made out of mastic tape. And, I made fun of it and talking about it. The bad part is that was one of my.
It was one of your texts. Oh, it was. Yo. Damn.
I didn't tell anybody that.
And now we know. Oh shoot. Look at what this dumbass did. Look at it. And you got a guy just sitting there like, fucking yeah. He got a fucking tear coming out of his eye. Oh man.
Man, when I saw that, he had already been gone for like 2 years when I saw it, but I was still mad.
That's you know who be getting that stuff like that a lot? I see Ted do it like all the time. He'll like rip open like just a front door basically on the supply plenum of Pookie or red letter tape. You're just like, what? It's crazy. Oh man, yeah, that's a good point. Modern comfort. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we're gonna mastic everything. Gonna give them the old proper treatment. But I tell you what, that mastic tape, that's the blue letter with the black like membrane on the back.
Mine looks
Right,
like
Kurt?
foil tape, but it's got the mastic on the sticky side.
Okay, yeah, that shit is not cheap.
I know it, but I'm not going to carry a bucket of mastic around, so I'll buy a roll of mastic tape and keep that in my van.
That's always my excuse because down here, the biggest problem is people sealing the plenums to the air handler, so there's always a gap and all that. And I'm like, yeah, and my thing is like, yeah, I ain't got the material fixed right now, but I'll send you a quote. You know what I mean? I mean, I probably miss out on a lot of it because it does look nasty, but I've gotten better at like, hey, I'll pick it up and I'll dress it up. Like I'll do a video on it one day. Like I do go in, tape it, make it look pretty, and they're happy.
We had a comment on one of our last shows. Any recommendations on residential for a leak detector? They particularly named Field Piece, but they said any recommendations.
I know Kurt's gonna hate this one, but I mean, I'm that Inficon's been great, and you know what? I think I've said it on here. Like that other one has been fine. Like ever since that bad non-find. I don't know. They sent me a bunch of sensors and shit. Maybe that fixed it. But other than that, H10 Pro.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth about the Infocon. It's $1,000, and you better have a spare sensor in your pocket because it's going to give you a red screen after about 3 months of use. That's the way I found it. It would just fail on me over and over and over again.
God dang lie.
I wouldn't spend $5 on one of them things, much less $1,000.
Damn, Kurt, calm down, dude. I'm using it right now.
So that's the one that you've been using.
That is the primary one. It's just a lot easier than the H10. I mean, the H10 was my go-to up until Kurt sent me that one, dude. Straight up like that. That one that he sent me, it was a brand new one that they sent him. It's been good, except that one time for whatever reason. I'm gonna chalk it up to low battery, maybe. But
so what is
H10 Pro?
What is your preference now, Kurt?
Kurt, what are you using?
The only one that stays on my vehicle that hasn't been trashed or hammered or something is the ultrasonic.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's because he can fit it in his tool bag.
Hey, at least I got room for it.
I think Infocon has one too.
Oh man, they do. I got. It's called the Whisper.
There you go.
I'm kind of interested in whip it out one day.
You have it?
I got one. Yeah.
Son of a bitch. What was I gonna say?
They hooked your boy up. Just make a bad video on it, and fucking Rick will send send it over to them, and then they'll reach out to you. Super cool people, man. Great warranty. A lot of stuff is made in the USA.
I'm gonna go to Johnstone. Can I borrow this for just one day? I'll bring it back.
Just dunk it in water and be like, this thing is ass.
I'll take the sensor out.
Oh man.
Yeah, Jason says Stratus, Refrigeration Devil, DR82. I had good luck with it until the end broke. I just had to replace the wand on it. And my favorite one, because I just got another one again, because mine got rained out, the one that I had before, is a Hillmore one. The Hillmore infrared one is actually pretty good for me.
Well, I'm trying the Hillmore infrared one now. Between us, I've yet to find a leak with it, but I don't know if it's a leak detector or because I didn't find a leak with any other leak detector, but I've yet to find a leak with the Hillmore one.
I've had some weird ones recently.
Seen from Matt Rhodes. He likes that Elitech one. I've heard good things on the Elitech.
They're basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I like using it. It's got a good form. The wand is very flexible. I just want to know it works.
I've already found 2 of them with the new one that I have, but I had bought one like many years ago, and it was on. I think it was one of the first videos on my channel. It was like unboxing it or reviewing it or something, and it worked. It found me a bunch of leaks. I just left it out during one of our storms, and it got flooded.
Yeah, I legitimately, god dang, I was using the original field piece one that had the little bar that had the colors on it, and that one just took a dump. And then from there, I did get the H10, and that thing was golden for the past 4.5 years.
Ewok likes the Helmore.
It's damn. Yeah, let me see. I didn't spam you turn. Okay, sorry. It was Scott, old rookie. Rookie texted me, and he said he didn't spam our chat, but he was texting me. He's like, "What's the number 2 on your? Is it because you're the second tech?" I was like, "You son of a bitch." I was like, actually, it's free to grow. Use discount code Kraus. Actually, I don't have a discount code, so go call my number though and give them a good time. Oh man,
I just
Kurt, has it been good for you?
Yeah, free to grow. Yeah, but
hell yeah.
We were talking
Which kind of faith in, Kurt?
I got no faith in any of them. I don't have now the ultrasonic
trip, bro.
There we go.
The ultrasonic work, but can y'all name a leak detector that has been in my van over 6 months before it just fails?
What were you doing?
You have very bad luck
4
with
different
just about
field piece
everything.
leak detectors.
Okay, but what were you doing 10 years ago, 15 years ago? Did we lose everybody